Let's talk about money. You don't know your numbers. Holy fucking Christ. I hope you're religious, because you should be praying. Have you lost your fucking mind? How the fuck are you running a business? So you're not managing money. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is not business. What were you spending your money on? I need you to start exercising fucking severe and extreme fucking emotional control around money.
On this episode of The Hustle with Justin Harrison.
That which we don't track, we can't improve upon. Do you have a personal budget? So you're not managing money. This is not running a business. You're never going to grow the business. It's fucking meaningless if you don't sort this out. Let's talk about the debt. Hang on. Your dad's paying the interest for you. What were you spending your money on? You know. That's fucking nice. You've hit a fucking gold mine, but you're fucking it up. Today we're out here in Pretoria looking at a small business that is begging for expansion. It's a unique product. It offers a great solution to a lot of very big problems. We're going to go in and see if we can help.
Hi, my name is Michelle McKenzie. I am the owner and founder of Color Synthesis, and I change lives through paramedical camouflage tattooing. Basically what that means is skin colored ink that I take and match to your skin tone, and I insert that into scar tissue. So I specialize in the correction of scars and stretch marks, vitiligo, hyperpigmentation, as well as breast areola tints. Scarring, anything from acne scarring to surgical scars, and so camouflage micropigmentation basically camouflages scars. So match skin colored ink to your skin tone and insert that into every stretch mark or scar one by one. It's a little bit deeper than that because we also work in restructuring the scar tissue. So the tattoo process of getting the ink into the skin basically breaks up the scar tissue. We work with medical grade actives to rehabilitate and restructure the scar from the deeper layers out. So the result is a much smoother, less visible scar and a boost of confidence.
Okay, so talk to me about the average patient. Who's your average patient?
So people that are mostly, there's two types. So I work with a lot of plastic surgeons.
Okay.
They do the surgeries, and they don't really do much on the aesthetics of scarring.
Okay. So do they refer patients to you?
So they refer patients to me. That's the one side. Those have gone for surgical scars, mummy makeovers, tummy tucks, breast scarring, things like that.
Right.
And then we've got clients that have stretch marks.
Okay.
So anything from white, dark, textured, black stretch marks to white stretch marks.
Okay.
And it's causing a lot of insecurity because it's something that people don't really talk about.
So what's the number one reason people come to you?
I would say to fix the scarring so that they can feel confident in their skin again.
So the number one thing you're solving is scarring, actually?
Correct.
Okay.
But remember, stretch marks are scars as well.
Okay.
They can't get intimate with their partners. They can't wear what they want.
Okay.
So it's because of the scarring. So if we fix the scarring, they have their confidence back.
And besides those two reasons, what is another market that will come to you? Vitiligo?
Vitiligo, hyperpigmentation.
Yes. So what is hyperpigmentation?
So especially with your darker skin tones, anytime you have an injury to a darker skin tone, it goes dark, it goes black.
Okay.
And so it's difficult to lift hyperpigmentation out of the skin, especially with scarring. So where you get two types of scars. The scars go white, which is easy because then you just color it in.
Yeah.
But then you get dark black stretch marks, all scarring.
Okay.
So yes. Once I go through, especially breast surgery, the women or men, it doesn't matter. Remember, they take the areolas off completely and they put them back. So they've got scarring running around the areolas.
Okay.
They misformed, so I fix that up, or they want to change that. Acne scarring, pitted acne scarring, skin lightening as well, and brightening. So a lot of that.
And do you do the skin lightening like you tattoo someone?
So no. So the problem is that they use skin light. So they have, say, stretch marks, right?
Okay.
Or they have scars that are dark. And so now they try to solve it by drinking or putting topically products on their skin that has acids in and all kinds of dangerous things, because these are not accredited products.
Right.
And so what happens is the skin thins and thins and thins, and the next thing you know, it starts tearing and it tears into stretch marks.
Okay.
So they go back to the suppliers and they say, well, just apply more.
So now tell me, where's the tattoo pen?
So there we go. We've got our two pens there.
Okay. So is this like a normal tattoo pen? Like if I go to a tattoo parlor?
Yes.
Is this what it's going to look like?
That's a tattoo pen. Yes.
Literally exactly the same.
Same pigments that we use. The difference between paramedical tattooing and normal tattooing is a tattoo artist is there to put a picture on you.
So can you draw pictures?
No. So I do skin colored. I camouflage, they expose. Okay.
Okay.
And also, they're working on normal skin. So they're just there, you want a picture of your dog or your cat or your granny or whatever, and they tattoo that. They draw the picture. I'm more concerned of restructuring that scar tissue and camouflaging it.
What about people who don't want their tattoos anymore? They want to black it out, or can you do that?
So no, you can't put ink over existing tattoo ink. There's two ways. You have to remove it first. So if it's a picture like black ink, your traditional tattoo, laser removal, and then if there's scarring left after that, I can fix it for you, or I can remove it with saline tattoo removal.
Okay. What about permanent makeup?
I don't do permanent makeup. That's brows and lips. I specialize in scar correction and body.
Okay. But I'm guessing it would be a similar process, right?
Yes and no. So this is a permanent makeup pen. It's a lot softer than the tattoo pen. So when you're working on the face, you use different pigments, different hits of the machine. So yeah.
What's the most interesting case you've worked on?
Sure. I think I had a lady come in with domestic scarring on the face.
Okay.
So the boyfriend had tried to take the eye out.
Okay.
So she had a scar on her eye.
Okay.
And so now every time she looks at the mirror, she's remembering that event. So it was actually to heal that scar and camouflage it and just see that confidence boost from the before and after.
Okay. Before we jump into the deep finance, let's quickly talk about the average cost of treatment.
Okay, so let's say it's an uncomplicated stretch mark, not complication. You're probably looking at about 1,925 Rand.
19.
Yeah, 1,925.
Just going to round it off. And how many treatments are needed?
3, spaced 1 to 2 months apart, on a white stretch mark, very basic, no texture, nothing.
And your cost on that is about...
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
So
that's phenomenal.
That's the smallest, that's the size scar that I will charge for.
Okay. What has been the most expensive case you've done?
So entire body. So basically the breast, the stomach, everything.
Yeah.
It was actually now in Feb, she paid me 50-something thousand for 3 treatments.
Wow.
No, I lie. 3 treatments with 3 peels. So if it's hyperpigmented, they have to peel first, 3 treatments, and then 3 treatments.
Okay.
Plus aftercare.
Okay.
So everything together about 50.
Do you get involved in the aftercare? Is it like something that you give them?
Yes, it's price.
I saw that
that's the
sitting on the thing.
Yes.
Okay. Now that product, is that something that you purchase or something that you put together?
No, it's a supply. I get it through the supplier.
Through a supplier.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's nice is that it's a medical product, so only doctors are allowed to sell it. But because I'm doing what I'm doing, they're allowing me to sell that. It's this scar correction.
Okay, I got
and that's what actually creates a lot of the healing. So without that, I can't work.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Let's say that you do a larger body area, right?
Yes.
Does the cost factor stay more or less the same?
Yes.
Obviously, you're going to use more product,
yes,
but it doesn't decrease or increase your gross profit margin.
No. I've figured something out. So with my supplier, the same supplier that supplies the aftercare products, they supply my professional use products, right? Now, the more I sell, then I get incentivized. So then my incentive I use for cost. So I'm actually then doing it for free. So I'm not paying for my material that I'm actually using.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it stays at for needles and disposables.
Okay. So for every, let's call it a round off, 1,900 Rand treatment, it's going to cost you about 100 Rand in consumables, needles, inks, whatever, right?
Yeah. I've not worked rent into it, but I'm guessing it's
but that's an expense.
Yeah.
I'm looking purely
consumables.
Yeah, I'm looking purely at the cost of delivering the service, not your rent, not your telephones, just the actual.
Just the actual cost. Without that, I think we can even go down to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So most of the cost factor that makes up this 1.9 is obviously your skill set. That's what people are paying for. And
because it takes 5 hours sometimes to do a whole body.
What is the most expensive part of delivering the service?
The butt and the back, 3,925.
But to you, what is the most expensive part of delivering that service? Is it the consumables? Like what is the highest cost factor to
the
you?
Rent.
Okay.
Rent.
So and that's not really a cost of delivery in terms of the product because it's not, there's no material cost.
No, rent and training because I've started advancing in training. That's huge money.
Okay, but that's upskilling yourself. So I mean that can't really be considered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ink. I think ink is a factor because I need to import the ink.
Do you know what your gross profit margins are?
Well, actually, you've got your statements. Gross is before, right? Let me just get this right. Yes.
Do you know?
I don't know, a ridiculous
Do you
amount.
know
No.
offhand?
Well, no, I just, okay, so
Okay,
if I'm making...
so let me just point out, it's a problem.
Oh, all right, good.
You're
good,
running a
good.
business. You
Yes.
need to know your margins.
Are you talking about percentage or like, what do you mean?
So your gross profit margin is what you're selling it for,
Yes.
less your cost of
Oh,
delivering
right now, I
it,
don't know that,
excluding
okay.
rent, excluding, those are expenses. Cost of actual products, so the needle, the mask, everything that's a consumable in part of delivery.
Plus minus, not accurately. No.
Okay, but you need to know it. Okay, because you can't price your service out properly unless you know your baseline cost.
Okay.
You must know that for every time you charge out 1,900 Rand, your actual cost, and you need to know what it's broken down by. Because remember, if you're going to grow this and scale this,
Okay, yeah.
you need to know your costing. It's great while it's an individual, you're having lots of fun with it, but if you want to grow this and turn it into a business, you need to know your cost factors.
Okay, cool.
Down to the needle.
What every treatment, every needle, every mask, every...
Exactly. And that makes up the cost of sale.
Okay.
Okay? And that less what you're charging less, that gives you a gross profit. And you work that out as a percentage.
Okay.
Every client pays you up front, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You don't do terms.
Nope.
So you've got no bad debts.
Nope.
Okay.
I did it once with a celebrity. She didn't even pay me, so
Okay.
I will not do it again.
Okay. All right. Let's quickly talk about your pricing models. Right. So you said you're just pushing the price as much as you can at this point to
Yes,
see where
to
you're
see
going to
where-
land.
yeah.
Right. Besides that, what are you using for the basis of your pricing? Is there any formula to it?
No, I just look at what I'm paying cost price for products, for the bigger products. So I don't mind so much the needles because they're small. And maybe
Does every
okay.
customer get a kit to look after
Yes.
themselves? Does that include in the cost?
No,
Okay.
not in that cost. No, that's over and above.
Ah.
No. The charge is excluding aftercare. That's just my
So you
labor.
charge a separate aftercare
Yes,
price?
correct.
Okay.
So 1,925
Is for the-
is for the needling per
Okay.
treatment.
Right.
Then you have to pay another 3,400 for your aftercare kit.
For the aftercare kit. What does it
Correct.
cost you to deliver the aftercare kit?
It's about, I get a markup on.
Okay, so it's costing you what?
Well, if it's 3-4, it will be yeah.
So you're paying out about for every kit, roughly,
Yeah.
and you're charging out 3.6.
Yes, so that's easy because I know what the markup is.
So you need to know that formula
Yeah.
for this part of the
Okay,
business.
makes sense.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, you actually don't know how much money you're making on every treatment.
Okay. How do you work out percentages? Like if I'm doing it 200 Rand, right, and I'm charging 1,000, how much? Like you talk about 500%. How do you know?
So you take what you're selling for,
Yeah.
less what it costs you, right? And that's your margin. You take your margin and you divide it by your cost price. And that gives you your percentage that you're actually making.
Okay.
So definitely need to study a bit of financial literacy for your business. By the way, everybody's the same.
No,
You're
I
in the
started
same boat.
knowing nothing.
And you need to appreciate that, yes, this is your business, but your primary business is managing money.
Yes. Which is a headache because, I didn't know how to do it. I'm coming from a salary environment. I've never owned a business.
Got it. So you need to, very importantly, go and learn how to do basic accounting. You don't have to be an accountant, but you need to know the difference between a debit and a credit. You need to know the difference between gross profit margin and net profit margin. You need to know the difference between asset and liability. You need to know these things. You're a business owner now. Mm-hmm. And that is why businesses fail. Let's see how well you know your numbers. Okay. Last year, turnover.
Till Feb.
Yeah, Feb to Feb.
I think about grand in total.
Okay. January and February so far this year.
Feb is sitting on, I think about, in January, around about there.
Okay. And when was your best month?
September last year.
September, and you did? So how much did you do from February to February?
No idea.
You don't know your numbers.
No.
Okay. It is important to know your numbers.
Okay.
I know of every one of the 18 bank accounts in my business what the exact balance is at any given point. I know the exact daily profit at any given point.
Jeez, okay.
We're in the business of running a business. You don't know your numbers. Okay? So you're very passionate about your product. We're going to come back to the product, but this is the foundational stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay? And if you don't know your numbers, that which we don't track, we can't improve upon. I asked you the question, I said, what do you do February to Feb? You went,
Oh, no, from the start of the business to Feb. So from
February
September, okay,
2022
right.
to February 2023, or February 2023 to February 2024. So a calendar year, a tax calendar year. So it's like the last tax calendar year. What do you think you did?
The one finishing now,
Yes.
the end of Feb. Sure.
Okay. Now we're getting closer. Right. When you what was the number?
No, I don't know. No, exact number.
You have to know.
Okay.
It's a business. Do you have a personal budget?
Yes.
Do you stick to your personal budget?
No. Food is a problem.
The reason why I'm telling you this is because if you can't control your personal finances, how do you expect to control the business finances? So I always tell people, if you don't become really good at your personal finances, you'll never successfully run a business. If you can't exercise emotional control and discipline in your personal life, what are you going to do in the business? When the money's there, you're going to spend it.
Yeah.
And that's when people start treating their business like a piggy bank.
Yeah.
This is the most important discussion of the whole day. You need to start taking your money seriously. Your personal money and the business money. You did a grand last year, plus. We don't know the exact number, but you did. Okay, for your first year, am I right?
Yep. First year.
You should have, based on your profit margins, you should have at least half in the bank. Where are we?
Yeah, now I've still got debt.
So you're not managing money. This is not a business problem. This is a Michelle problem. You have to get control of your money. And then you need to get control of the business. Because this is like any resource. If you don't manage it, it's going to manage you. Okay, so here's your homework. I want you to sit down and work out exactly what you did every single month. And I want you to cost out what it costs you to do that turnover every month.
Okay.
And to figure out what your actual gross profit was. That's all cost of delivery excluding expenses. Then I want you to work out what your net profit was. Right? And the net profit is the gross profit less your expenses, rent, telephones, petrol, anything that's not directly associated to the actual service. And you need to do that for all 12 months.
Okay.
So that you actually know what's going on in your business. If I ask you how much money did you actually make, not turnover, in September last year, do you know?
Minus the expenses.
The actual net profit. Do you know your gross profit? No. You're not running a business. What you have is you have income, but you have no idea how much money you're actually making.
True.
And worse than that, I want to know how you're drawing a salary.
Okay.
You see, these questions are hard because I know the story. I've already seen the story. So how are you drawing a salary?
So I would work out what the debit orders are and then transfer out of the business
This
account.
is not running a business. You need to say, I need X amount to live.
Yeah.
I best make fucking target so I can pay myself.
Yes.
And anything over and above that needs to get saved back into the business.
Yes.
My business exists and grows and has been doing this for 20 plus years, 25 years. 60% of all the profit we make goes into a growth fund to grow our business. I've never had to take on an investor, never had to take on financing, never had to take on debt because we use business profits to grow the business. But if you're treating this like a piggy bank, you're never going to grow the business. So we can talk about all the marketing stuff and the clever stuff. It's fucking meaningless if you don't sort this out.
Okay, makes sense.
Right, let's talk about the debt.
Okay, yes. So my dad, so I started a business on credit card debt, about 50,000 Rand. And
Interest rate that you're currently paying, is it still existing?
No, so my dad actually cleared that. So he's like,
Okay.
no, he'll take it out on the bond. He's not charging me interest.
Hang on, your dad's paying the interest for you.
Correct.
That's fucking nice.
Yes. So he just said to me, look, if you can pay it off within a year or two, I'm not going to charge you the interest.
Okay.
If you're going to start fuffing, then...
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay? So you owe your dad 60,000.
No, I've actually paid off about 1,000 of that.
You fucking made a last year and you only paid off a fucking 1,000. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know.
What were you spending your money on?
I don't know. Because I don't even have rent problems or anything like that.
You see that uncomfortable feeling you've got? You know. You know. Okay, so you still got the outstanding. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Any other debt?
No.
That debt's in your personal name with your dad.
Yes.
It's not directly related to the business.
No.
Don't fuck this up, Michelle. You've got a good thing going.
That's why yeah.
You got a good thing going. Don't fuck this up. You're in your first fucking year. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is?
Well, I worked.
That's fucking nice. There's a lot of other people who also fucking work and don't in their first year.
I know.
You've hit a fucking gold mine, okay? But you're fucking it up. You should have, that first year, million should be in the bank, sitting, waiting to expand and grow this little empire. So where do you think most of the money went?
So there was a lot of debt that came with not working for 6 months. So a lot of that went there.
So there was more debt?
There was more debt, yes.
Okay.
That's the business debt.
Okay, so let's talk about the more debt.
So yeah, so what happened was when I left, I had my own flat and everything. So when I left, I had like 2 months or so of flat rent without income. And then I went into hospital. So there was a lot of medical.
Okay.
Then I was attacked and I had to do eye surgery after that. So there was a lot of like living, I would say probably about, now being honest, I'm trying to think, where did I spend the money?
So here's the next exercise. You're going to go over the last year's bank statement and figure out where the fuck your money went.
Okay.
And you're going to be completely honest with yourself. Businesses don't fail, people fail. You've hit a fucking gold mine. I'm telling you, you've hit a gold mine. And you're fucking it up.
Yeah, well, that's good. You're here to tell me this.
And
I know what to do.
It all comes with, anything I say about marketing the business is only going to amplify your problem because it's going to make you more money.
Right.
We need to fix the money problem.
True, okay.
Do you have a personal budget in place?
Yes.
Properly?
No, not your budget, no. I need to get to that. Like the spreadsheet thing, no. But I have
so
like
how
15
does your budget
grand.
work?
So because I work on my debit orders and I work on food because I don't pay rent, I don't pay all of that.
And then when
that's
you
what
need
I
something
spend.
extra, what happens?
Then I take.
Aha! You see, I'm asking these questions and I'm probing you and I'm digging.
Yeah.
Because I know, because I've walked this path before. I've been the small business owner. I know what it means to just dip into that account because it's convenient. There's 1,000 Rand unaccounted for. You've got no real debt of consequence, actually, right? You've got no major commitments of consequence at this point. You're in the fucking perfect position to grow an empire. Children?
No.
Husbands?
Nope.
You're in the fucking perfect position to grow an empire. And you're fucking it up. And it's not the business, it's you.
Yes, 100%.
It's you. So let's go back a little bit in history.
Cool.
When you were employed, how were you with money?
No, I think I'm pretty disciplined.
So what happened?
Shitty salary. So I was on a salary of, say, 1,000, right? And then the working environment wasn't okay. So I actually downscaled to like 1,000 a month, bringing back about 1,000 Rand a month. And that I was like, no, I can't even pay rent with this. I need to get out.
So you were good with money?
Yes, because otherwise I would be in deeper debt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you always been good with money in your life?
Yes. I have a cash principle. So even everything, like my whole life has been cash. Everything. I'd buy the cars cash. I'd buy everything cash. I traveled, so I never had the necessary to buy properties and stuff like that because the work paid for that. So when I came back to South Africa, I saved up, bought everything cash.
You're in the prime position. You've got no dependents. You've got no expenses of consequence. You can grow a fucking empire. Take somebody who is in the same boat as you, who has 2 kids and a husband that's not working. And a big fucking bond. Right? And medical aid for the whole family to go. Do you understand what an advantage you're at? No, really. Do you understand the advantage you're at? Because you can live on very little till this empire grows.
Yeah, because I literally left the flat, put everything in storage. No,
Right.
no, I don't.
So where are you staying now?
With my mum. So I'm
Perfect.
paying her.
Perfect.
We're staying together, so I'm
Perfect.
paying her, and
And long may that continue till this empire's
it
huge.
doesn't. Yeah, because I don't need to. I'm like, why? It doesn't make no sense for me
Thank
to
you.
live all by myself.
Thank you. Okay, so I need you to start exercising fucking severe and extreme fucking emotional control around money.
Mm-hmm.
And that emotional control is not just not spending.
Mm-hmm.
Document every expense. Know where you are on every category in your expenses.
No, I know that's a weakness. Seriously, yes.
So you know exactly where you are. Don't become a recorder of history.
Right.
Accountants, the problem happened and then they record it. You need to be recording it as it's happening so you can solve the problem before you get there. Then I want you to separate your personal shit from the business completely.
Mm-hmm.
Separate it completely, right? Now, you're going to go, but some months I might make money, like a lot of money, some I make less.
Mm-hmm.
If you treat the business properly, the months it makes a lot, it keeps a little bit more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you draw your consistent salary every month. Okay? Bring consistency to your life in earnings so that you don't keep going back to the business to dip in.
What do you mean, like draw a salary?
Draw a salary.
Right.
You must draw a salary. This is not your piggy bank. This is not you. This is a business. And a business has to pay its way first and then pay you.
Yes. Yeah,
Which means you've got to make some money,
correct.
right? What do you think you're going to do this year?
Sure. This year, I have huge plans because now I'm. Last year I was very much like still figuring things out, you
Yep.
know, and
Yep.
how treatments work, what happens if there's a complication, a lot of that.
Yep.
Now I invested in a lot of education in pigmentology in December, and so this is the pigments. Okay, so there's two things that I want to do. I want to train in this industry
Okay.
because there's more money in that
Okay,
than
let's
doing
stop for a second.
right.
That's an idea. You haven't
Yes.
implemented it yet.
No.
Based on what you're currently doing, how much is this business going to do this year?
Oh, financially. I want to do or more.
How
but
much-
I want to start training this year.
Okay, hang on with the training. Does that include the training or not?
No.
The 2 million? Okay, so we're talking about scaling the current operation, not adding new products and services.
No.
You're one person, so we're focusing on what you're
Yeah.
currently doing.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to do per month to reach that? How far are you from that goal at the moment? We're in February.
So I'm about 2,000 away from that
Okay?
in Feb.
My point is, you don't have the number in your head.
Correct, 100%.
So how can you shoot for something if you haven't
Broken it
set
down.
a specific plan and a goal and got it in front of you as an actual plan? You definitely need to push a bit harder.
Yes, which is my plan because I wasn't very confident in certain inking.
I get it.
Which now I have that experience, so I'm going to
get
push
it.
it.
But it's February already.
Yes,
So we've now got 10 months left.
yes. All right, yeah.
Next month, you've got 9 months left. And those numbers need to be front and center in your life and they need to be a goal
Yeah, cool.
and
Makes
a
sense.
target, a to-do list.
Makes sense. Yeah, but because I think I've gotten so overwhelmed with doing the treatments. You know, if you're doing like 5-6 hours of tattooing a day,
I get it.
you don't have the physical or mental strength to even sit down and figure. You just know that, listen,
Great.
I've got money coming
Let me
in.
solve your problem.
Please do.
First fucking thing you do when you wake up in the morning is you work on your business, not in your business. Wake up fucking early, sit down, do your financial planning, do your forecasting, do your costing, do your accounting, do your planning, and then come and do the work. Leave it to the end of the day.
No,
It'll never get done.
no.
That's why you gym at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, correct. Because I don't have the physical strength or the mental capacity.
Correct.
It's not
And you've been
possible.
dealing with people all day, right? So you need to take the first 3 hours of every day. Go 5, 6, 7. Or do 4:30, 5, 6. Take those first 3 hours, sit down and work on your business. This business is not going to grow beyond you if you're simply coming in here doing the work and going home.
Well, that's exactly
Simply
what's-
coming here doing the work and going home.
Because that's what's happened. Because I'm getting, it's like crisis management now. Because I'm swamped with inquiries. Because now I've got to do WhatsApps, I've got to do bookings, I've got to do payments. So I'm the be all and end all. So by the time, so I'm just trying to manage, clients. Like, let me just service
So
clients.
how would your life change if you did the first 3 hours?
Yeah.
And listen, you're on your own. So you're going to have to fucking do this and run this ship 15 hours a day till you can start getting people in. And the more money you make, and the quicker you make that money, and the quicker you sort the shit out, the quicker you buy back your time.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, because I'm scared of burnout. Like, I'm not doing fluff. I've freaking been there twice.
No,
I'm
you're scared,
so
of, you're, scared,
that.
you're scared of burnout because you're reacting.
Explain?
You're reacting. Every day it's a reaction.
Yes,
it's a reaction.
correct. Yes,
but if
correct.
you wake up and take a deep fucking breath, sit with a cup of coffee at home with your laptop for the first 3 hours and fix your business. You put that aside and you come in here and you do your work. Totally different vibe. There's no burnout in that.
Okay, yeah.
Burnout is when you're fucking running from pillar to post.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
right?
That's the story of my life.
But if you get ahead of the problem
Right.
and start spending time
Right.
on the shit that's important,
Yes.
you will solve your problem.
On the next episode of The Hustle with Justin Harrison.
Fucking hell, Michelle. The SEO is terrible.
How did that even get there?
Facebook is people like to complain. Instagram is where it's at. Based on actual living experience, I would definitely do that. You hold assets in a trust, so nobody can touch it.